You know that feeling when you're walking barefoot through morning dew and suddenly everything just feels right? That's what I want to talk about today. As a forest bathing guide, I've seen how nature transforms people. But friends, this connection to nature isn't just about feeling good, it's a deep medicine. And I recently discovered someone who understood this long before any of us, Sebastian Kneipp. I first learned about Kneipp during my own healing journey, and let me tell you, my friends, his story stopped me in my tracks. Here is a man who, facing death from tuberculosis, didn't give up. Instead, he found healing in the same places we do, in cold streams, in healing herbs, and in nature's rhythms. His discovery wasn't just personal, it changed everything we knew about natural healing. Every time I guide someone through the forest, I see echoes of Kneipp's wisdom. His 5 pillars of health, from water therapy to living in harmony with nature, they're exactly what I see working in our sessions together. In a world where we're all feeling a little bit more disconnected, a little bit more overwhelmed, his methods feel like coming home. So let me share with you how this remarkable healer's story changed my perspective on natural wellness and how his insights might just transform your connection to nature too. Trust me, what you're about to learn isn't just history. It's a roadmap back to the healing power that's been waiting for all of us in nature all along. Sebastian Kneipp, a 19th century Bavarian priest, stands as a towering figure in the history of naturopathic medicine. His innovative approach to health and healing centered on a therapeutic use of water and other natural methods. It was revolutionary for its time, and it played a crucial role in shaping what we now know as the natural cure movement in Germany. This movement, which emphasized the healing power of nature and the importance of a balanced lifestyle, emerged as a significant alternative to the often harsh and invasive medical practices of the era. Kneipp's influence extended far beyond the borders of his native Germany, inspiring a global interest in natural healing methods that continues to resonate in modern wellness practices today. His holistic approach to health, encompassing not just physical treatments, but also diet, exercise, and mental well-being, was ahead of its time and laid the groundwork for many contemporary alternatives and complementary medicine practices. Today, in this video essay, we're going to talk about the life of Sebastian Kneipp. We're going to explore the development of his innovative healing system and the broader context of the natural cure movement in Germany. And of course, we're going to talk about the enduring impact of his work on health and wellness philosophies worldwide. By examining Kneipp's contributions, we gain insight into a pivotal movement in the history of medicine when traditional practices began to be challenged by new, nature-based approaches to healing and health maintenance. Hey, I'm Molly from Project Rewild, and this channel is all about exploring the history, the benefits, the future, the research behind natural healing. So if you want to get into this with me, sit down, strap in, let's get into it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're digging what we're serving. To fully appreciate the significance of Kneipp's work in the natural cure movement, it's essential to understand the medical landscape of the 19th century in Germany. This era was characterized by a complex interplay of scientific advancement, traditional practices, and emerging alternative approaches to health and healing. The dominant medical paradigm of the time was rooted in what's known as heroic medicine. This approach often involved aggressive treatment such as bloodletting, purging, and the use of toxic substances like mercury, based on the belief that these methods would purge the body of disease. Well, there were advancements in areas such as surgery and the use of anatomy. Many common medical practices were not only ineffective, but often harmful to their patients. Moreover, the understanding of disease causation and prevention was totally limited. The germ theory of disease was only beginning to gain acceptance in the latter part of the century, and public health measures were in their infancy. Poor sanitation and hygiene, particularly in the rapidly growing urban areas, contributed to the spread of diseases, making effective healthcare a pressing need in society. It was in this context that alternative healing methods began to gain traction. There was growing dissatisfaction with the harsh treatments of conventional medicine, coupled with this romantic philosophical movement that emphasized the importance of nature and intuition. This period saw the emergence of homeopathy developed by Samuel Hahnemann, which gained the significant following as well. Additionally, there was renewed interest in folk remedies and traditional healing practices, which had long existed alongside more formal medical treatments. The socioeconomic conditions of the time also played a crucial role in shaping health practices. Rapid industrialization led to urban crowding and poor living conditions for many, exacerbating health problems for everyone. Access to medical care was limited for a large portion of the population, creating a need for affordable and accessible health solutions. At the time, a growing middle class was becoming more educated and open to new ideas about health and wellness. Increasingly, literacy rates allowed for a wider dissemination of health information, including books and pamphlets on alternative healing methods. This democratization of health knowledge created fertile ground for new approaches like Kneipp's to take root and to flourish. It was in this dynamic and challenging environment that Sebastian Kneipp developed his natural healing methods, offering a gentler, more holistic alternative to the prevailing medical practices of its time. Sebastian Kneipp's journey from a humble background to becoming a pivotal figure in natural medicine is a testament to the power of personal experience and perseverance. Born on May 17, 1821, in the small village in Bavaria, Kneipp came from modest beginnings. He was raised in a poor weaver's family where hard work and frugality were necessities of daily life. This early exposure to a simple, nature-connected lifestyle would later influence his approach to health and healing. Despite the limitations of his background, young Sebastian showed a keen interest in learning, particularly in religious studies. His potential was recognized by a local priest who supported his educational aspirations. His support was crucial because it allowed Kneipp to pursue further education beyond what was typical for someone of his social standing. At the age of 23, Kneipp entered the gymnasium to prepare for the priesthood. This was a significant step in his life, opening doors to higher education and spiritual development. However, it was also during this period of intense study that Kneipp faced a health crisis that would ultimately shape his life's entire work. While studying for the priesthood, Kneipp contracted tuberculosis, a disease that was a major cause of mortality in the 19th century of Europe. The conventional treatments of the time, which often included rest cures and sanatoria, proved ineffective for Kneipp. It was in this state of absolute desperation that he chanced upon the writings of Vincent Presence, a Sicilian farmer who had developed a system of hydrotherapy. Inspired by these ideas, Kneipp began experimenting with cold water treatments on himself. He would briefly immerse himself in the cold water of the Danube River and then run until he was warm. To his surprise and to the astonishment of his doctors, his health began to improve. This personal experience of healing became the foundation for his later work in natural medicine. Kneipp's recovery from tuberculosis using water therapy was more than just a personal triumph. It was a transformative experience that shaped his understanding of health and healing. It led him to question conventional medical wisdom and sparked a lifelong interest in the healing powers of nature. This period of illness and self-directed healing also instilled in Kneipp a deep empathy for those suffering from ill health, especially those who, like himself, came from humble backgrounds with limited access to medical care. His personal struggle with disease and his success in overcoming it using natural methods became a powerful narrative that would later lend credibility to his teachings and attract countless followers to his methods. Sebastian Kneipp's journey from a tuberculosis patient to a renowned healer, marked by continuous experimentation, observation, and refinement of his methods. The foundation of his approach was laid during his own healing process, but it was through the years of working with patients that he developed a comprehensive system of natural healing. The cornerstone of Kneipp's method was his cold water cure. Building on those earlier ideas we spoke about, Kneipp developed his own techniques that emphasized brief applications of cold water to specific parts of the body. Unlike those previous theories, which were more extreme methods, Kneipp's approach was gentler and more nuanced. He believed that the shock of cold water on the body stimulated natural healing processes. It improved circulation, it boosted the immune system, and it invigorated the entire body. However, Kneipp soon recognized that water therapy alone was not sufficient for complete health. This realization led him to expand his approach into a holistic health system that addressed multiple aspects of well-being. He incorporated herbal remedies into his practice, drawing on traditional folk medicine and his own observations of healing properties of various plants. These herbal treatments were both internally and externally used, often in conjunction with hydrotherapy. Kneipp also developed dietary recommendations based on the principle of simple, natural foods. He advocated for a diet rich in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, and advised moderation in meat consumption. This nutritional approach was revolutionary for its time, predating many modern nutritional guidelines by decades. Physical activity was another key component of Kneipp's system. He emphasized the importance of regular exercise, including walking barefoot on wet grass or snow, which he believed helped to strengthen the body and improve overall health. This practice was known as Kneiping, remains popular in parts of Europe today. Sounds familiar? Perhaps most importantly, Kneipp stressed the significance of balance in everyday life. He believed that true health could only be achieved through harmony between work, leisure, and spiritual life. This holistic view of health, encompassing physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, was far ahead of its time and remains relevant in today's discussion of integrative health. Kneipp's method ultimately crystallized into 5 pillars. First is hydrotherapy, the use of water in various forms and temperatures to stimulate healing. Number 2 is herbalism and the application of medicinal plants for healing and prevention. Pillar 3 is exercise and the promotion of regular physical activity to maintain health and vitality. The 4th pillar is nutrition, an emphasis on balanced nutritional diet to support overall well-being. Which brings us to pillar 5, which is balance, and stress on importance of harmony between all aspects of life. This comprehensive approach set Kneipp's method apart from other healing systems of its time. It addressed not just physical symptoms, but the entire lifestyle of the individual, recognizing the interconnectedness of various aspects of health. This holistic philosophy formed the core of his teachings and became the foundation of the natural cure movement in Germany. Kneipp's method was not static. He continued to refine and develop his approach throughout his life based on his observations and his experiences with patients. His openness to new ideas and his emphasis on individualized treatment plans were revolutionary concepts that continue to influence naturopathic and integrative medicine today. Through his work, Kneipp not only helped countless individuals regain their health, but he also laid the groundwork for a new understanding of health and healing that emphasized the body's innate ability to heal itself when given the right conditions. His methods, once considered radical, are now recognized as pioneering contributions in the field of natural medicine. Thank you so much for joining me for an exploration into the life and legacy of Sebastian Kneipp. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you're inspired by Kneipp's natural healing methods, why not incorporate some of his principles into your daily life? Like a walk in nature, a cold water rinse, or even a simple herbal tea can be a step towards better health and balance. And hey, why not join the conversation? Share your thoughts and experiences with natural healing down in the comments below. We would absolutely love to hear how you connect with Kneipp's philosophy. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on more fascinating stories about the pioneers of wellness and natural health practices. Let's continue this journey together, one step closer to living in harmony and balance. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in our next one. And until I do, remember I love you, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you in the forest.